Hi, I'm Peter from Field Archery Uncut. Today I'm going to be looking at an A&H ACS 3-piece takedown longbow. This is a 60-inch AMO takedown longbow with the patented ACS limbs. I think it's slightly dished. I think that's what it is. If you go onto the website, they explain it all. This is the 12-inch riser, 12-inch COCOBOLO riser version, giving us a total length of 60-inch AMO. It's got the, well, let's just have a look close up. The COCOBOLO is a really nice dense wood, and it's got the micarta in there that really does give it some heft. As I say, beautifully made. There's the, see the limb tips there. I don't know if you can see, you might be able to catch it. Just see the way the light hits, that the limb is dished right out from there. Starts to flatten out somewhere around there. Anyway, apparently that gives it its speed, and it's patented, so you know they've been around for years. Now I don't know for a fact that I think this model was brought out in 2019, I believe, when I checked the website. This is a carbon, I think they're all carbon limbs. This is 44 at 28, 60-inch AMO, yeah, US patent, A&H Acs. Now, South Cox of Stalker stick bows bought out in the past 2 to 3 years. You can check it, Google it, but they've been bought out. ACS, A&H, and obviously in all their patents. So he's making ACS. Before he bought them out, Dryad were working in conjunction, and they were making ACS ILF longbows, longbow limbs. But South Cox has bought out Dryad and A&H. Got a funny feeling. I do believe it might have been because the owners were getting old and getting ill, and just wanted to move on. You check it out for yourself. Anyway, it is a heavy bow. Bearing in mind it's a 12-inch riser. That really, if somebody had said to me they'd slipped some lead in there, I wouldn't be surprised. It is, but the finger grooves, amazingly, are very, very close to my hand. Yeah, not perfect, but there you go. It's, these are really beautifully made bows. They've been around for years. For some reason I'm thinking it's sort of like 80s, 90s. I don't know. Could be, if I find out any more information, I'll put it in the description. But as usual, this should be a 7. I can't remember, 7 1/4, 7 3/4 brace height. Let's check it. 7 1/4. Off the top of my head. And to be honest, I couldn't find that on the A&H website. I had to go to Pete Ward. It's a Canadian guy that does some really, really good reviews on his. If I can find his link, I'll put the link in there. His reviews are really good. He gives you a draw force curve and everything. And I think he shoots the bows for quite some time whilst making that. He shoots 3 under and hunts, so there you go. So he always had hunting weight bows. Okay, I've got it at 7 1/2. So it's either 7 1/4, 7 3/4, unless it's shifted. No, sorry, it's just 7 3/8. So maybe it's the 7 1/4. So poundage should be 44 at 28. Clearly see there. No. I've got a big nylon bushing. Put it down. So yeah, right. So this is your 27. There's your 28. So AMO, as I keep saying, it's 26 1/4, which is 26 1/4 is sort of, it's about there. So there's the 20. Yep. most probably want to pull it just a fraction more. That's dead on 28, but because of the shape of the riser there sticking out, you're getting more than 1 3/4. So from the pivot point, I most probably need to just push that 1/8 of an inch. And that should be, this is 26. It's pretty much a quarter there. We go with that. So give or take a pound, should be about right. The good thing about the block is I can easily see, hopefully the video will pick up. Right, set at 0. There. Just touch it, feel it. I've got 42.5. Let me pull that up one more time, so you can see. 42.5. Put it up one more time. As I always say, these are my scales. But the good thing about that is every showcase of every bow will be done on these scales, so there will be relevance. Right, one more time. Yeah, on 0. Yeah. We'll do like the block. God, it's going. Yeah, I got dead on 42 that time. 42.5, 42. So I still go with the 44. The minimum is 8 to 10, so we'll go for 8, minimum weight. What would that be? That would be 352. On my scales, you could get away with 322, 330, but fortunately the lightest arrow I've got is 353, so in excess of 8 grains per pound, which is always nice. Okay, right, first up, we start with the heavy ones. 250 spike with 315 grain pole, 150 grain insert, total weight of 760 grains. And this is on my scales, a 42 pound bow. 760 grains. Tremendous amount of FOC. So when you start getting to this weight, you can just hit things, they'll fall over. Far too heavy for 3. Right. Okay. .135 feet per second. I think it was a bit of a wishy-washy pull. I'm going to give you that a go. Another go. 135. But no noise, no feeling in the hand whatsoever. Incredibly smooth to draw back. Really is heavy. Right. So 135 feet per second. My scale's a 42 pound bow. 760 grains, right? So I'm don't want to break this out, so let's do this one more time. Okay, 137. That's more like it. I felt I came right. Right, next one is another 250 spine. It's got 250 up, 250 grain pole plus 100 grains, so 350 up front. This is 646 grains. .145 feet per second. I'm going to have to shoot that again because it's smashed the other way around. No damage. So that's a 646 grain arrow, 145 feet per second with a 42 pound bow. Just one more time. 646. 145. Is that 145 twice? Anyway, 145. Still stiff. 250 spine arrow though. Right, 340 spine arrow. This has got 200 grain pole, 150 grain insert, so it's 350 up front. Total weight of 605 grains. Oh, yeah. That's a really nice control. 146 feet per second. Well, not really nice. This is a really thin string, and that knock almost came off as I was drawing back. I just felt it. 146. Stick with that. 646, 605. Try that again. So obviously there's a big knock. Right, so this is another 340 spine. This is 200 pile and 100 grain, so 300 grain up front. That's a better fit. So total weight is 555. 153 feet per second. Again, 42 pound bow. 555 grain arrow. Right, 400 spine. 200 grain pole, 150 grain insert, 350 up front. Total weight of 598. 153, the last one. .149 feet per second and really weak. Okay, this is another 400 spine, 100 grain insert, 175 grain pulse, so 275 up front. That is 521 grains total weight. Last one was 149. 149. Thank you. Well, I'll tell you what, that is 158 feet per second with a 521 grain arrow out of a 42 pound bow. And they all say when you go on their website that they're for shooting heavy arrows, and boy do they mean it. I mean, that's sorry, that is fast. I think that's incredibly fast for a 521 grain arrow. So normally out of a 40 pound bow, I'll be shooting 600 spine, 500 spine. This is a 400 spine. Wow. Okay, that's 158. Okay, right, next. Right, now we're going to 500 spine. I suspect these are going to be really weak. That's a 175 grain pile, 150 grain insert, so 325 up front. Total weight of 540. Shoot this, and I'm going to get those arrows out of the way. Getting a little bit. 159 feet per second. but came out sideways. Let me move those out of the way. So this 400 spine with 300 up front, straight as a die. There's a total absence of sound. There's no vibration, there's nothing. Well, what can I say? Right. Well, the 500 spine, 150 grain insert, 100 grain insert, 150 grain pile, so 250 up front. Total weight of 470 grains. Remember, 42 or 44, whatever you want to call it. My scale's 42 pound, 42.5. 2 week, 168 feet per second. Yeah, way too weak. Right. 500 spine, standard insert, whatever they are for, I'm not sure. I think they're about 14 grains. 175 grain pile, total weight of 390 grains. Still no noise. That last one was 168. 177, still weak. So you just